Hey guys, Paul here from Running Injury Free Revolution, and today I want to just talk about hamstrings a fair bit because really important to get length, and we want to show you a lot of different ways to stretch your hamstrings so there's no excuses not to get them done. What we're seeing is that a lot of people starting to increase their distance at the moment, doing marathons, half marathons, ultras, whatever you happen to be doing, and people are starting to get little niggles, so hamstring niggles, calf niggles. We don't want them to progress to actual tears. So we're going to take you through a lot of different strategies. Just be aware with these. With any hamstring stretch, always make sure you don't have any injuries, any health conditions. If you do, check with your doctor first. There's a few little neural stretches that you want to do, so make sure your back is really good. If you have any issues, make sure you get it checked before you do any stretch routine. So Angie will just take you through that now.
Okay, so today we're going to show you lots of different ways to stretch your hamstrings, and as Paul said, so you've got no excuses moving forward to keep those hamstrings nice and long. The first one I want to show you today, guys, is our sliding hamstring stretch. So this one, I use this one during the week, sort of every day of the week. Okay, so it's a great one you can do when you're at home, watching television, or doing your core strength program, you can incorporate it there. So with this, I've got a TheraBand today. It's a stretchy band, but you can do this with a towel as well, guys. Okay, so you put the band around your foot, and you hold the band, you bring your elbows in by your side. So with this one, we're just gently lifting the leg up as high as we can, holding it for a couple of seconds, and then we're bending the leg back down. So we're just lifting the leg up, you're holding, you feel that stretch, it should be comfy at all times, that you'll feel that there, and then you release it off. So we do 5 of those. And then what happens with your sliding stretches is you should start to feel that loosen up, and the leg should get a little bit higher each time, okay? So we're reaching that up and down, just one more, and it goes all the way up. Now once we get to that 5th one, we then try and straighten our knee, make sure we're feeling that nice stretch just gently through the back of the leg, and we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. After you've held that for 30 seconds, if you want to gently increase the stretch, you can draw your toes down towards your face, and that will just add in that neural component. Okay, so this is a great exercise to do every day. Okay, so that's number 1. Okay, so pre-run, okay, we know the best way to warm up is our dynamic stretches, okay? So the best way to warm your hamstrings up pre-run, I'll just get this mat out of the way, is doing your leg swings. So you hold onto a pole, hold onto a tree, and then we're just going to swing forward and back. So just gently, leg goes forward and back. So as you can see, obviously you're stretching the hamstrings through that range as well. Okay, so again, comfy at all times, just really preparing those hamstrings for your run. Okay, so then after that, you get in from your run. My favourite stretch post-run is simply just to sit down on the ground. I bring one leg out, and I just drop the other leg out to the side. Now guys, when you're doing this, it's really important to do it correctly. So you want to keep your hips square, and you want to make sure your leg is right in front of you, okay? So don't let it just hang out to the side. Get it right in front. Then what we do is we just slide down the leg as far as you feel comfortable. Okay, now what I can feel here is that nice stretch coming up through the back of my leg. When I'm comfy in that position, I then drop my head towards my knee, just to increase that stretch. I hold it for 30 seconds, and then I release. Now if you're flexible enough and you can reach the toe, you can gently draw those toes up, again to get that neural stretch, but it doesn't matter. Really what you want to do is really just make sure you are stretching the hamstrings at the moment. The other thing I just wanted to say with this, I see a lot of people and they may not be able to get down to the ankle or the foot. It doesn't matter. Even if you can get down to the shin, hold onto your shin and just gently pull yourself down to increase that stretch, okay? So again, comfy at all times. All right. Now obviously, when we go running, it's not always nice and sunny like today. The other one I do if it is raining is just a standing stretch for my hamstrings. So I'm standing up, I bring one leg forward, I bend my supporting leg, and I actually stick my butt out. So I stick my bottom out as far as I can. I then lean on that supporting leg and I go down as low as I can. The next thing I do is I draw my toes up towards my face. So I'm drawing them up this way, and I get that nice stretch again up through the back of the leg. So again, you'll be holding that for about 30 seconds each side, okay? So that's a great one if it's raining. The other couple I just wanted to quickly show you was if you do have trouble getting down, you know, on the ground after you run, or you just don't want to be getting down and up, there's usually always a bench or something at your park or wherever you're running. So your bench stretches are really good. You can get yourself on the bench, very similar to what we did before. Hips square, legs straight, and then you can lower yourself forward. Lowering your head down like we did before. And release it off. So that's a really, really nice, comfortable stretch, similar to what we did on the ground, but good if there's a park bench around. Okay. So guys, got the planes flying overhead. Alright, so the other one we wanted to show you was, often when I'm out running, I'll see people stretching, which is great, and they'll do one where they actually put their foot up on a bench. Okay? Now what we've got here is actually the big bench up here. What I wanted to show you was, some people can get their leg up quite high and I'll see their legs up on a bench. That's fine if you've got really good flexibility and you can keep your hips square and your leg nice and straight. But what I often see is people are really trying to compensate just to get their leg up. They might be talking to their friends, but they're not in a great position. Okay, so just remember always quality at all times when you're doing your stretches. So if you are someone who likes to put their leg up on a bench, you know, it doesn't matter if it's slightly lower, get those hips square, get that leg out in front of you, and you can still do that same type of stretch, but you know that it's stretching the right muscles versus compensating. Okay? So cool guys, that's a lot of different ways to stretch your hamstrings. You can do them every day of the week at home. You've got your warm-up stretches and you've got your post-run stretches. So guys, get into those. They're really, really, really important. I'm Ange from Running Injury Free Revolution. Check us out at RIFREV.com.